Hey guys, it's Russell back, and on today's video we're going to be continuing our Amazon Soap Fest. Today I'm going to be testing and reviewing Griots Super Concentrated Car Wash. If you look back, I don't know, maybe a month and a half or so ago, maybe a little longer, I tested Griots Brilliant Finish Car Wash, and we're going to be doing this one today. This is probably a little more concentrated than most of our other Amazon soaps we've tested. This is a ½ ounce per gallon. It also says on the label that it will not strip paint or sealant wax, and that it is safe, pH balanced for all finishes. That's a good thing. It's a very appealing bottle as far as packaging goes. It's a little bit different than what you normally see, but hopefully it's going to turn out well. I'm still looking for that 10 car wash. I know you are too. We're going to be using our MTM submachine gun style foamer. For the foam portion of the test, I'll be using 2 ounces of the Griots and 10 ounces of warm water. Then we'll switch to our bucket test, and we'll be using 1.5 ounces in our 3-gallon bucket, which is the ½ ounce per gallon dilution ratio. It's about 62, 63 degrees outside. Completely sunny, there's no clouds. It's a perfect condition to do our test, especially for the foam test. And I'm looking forward to seeing how the Griots is going to do. I want to just take a real quick moment and thank everybody that has supported the channels. A lot of you have reached out with PayPal donations, and that's going to allow us to test other car soaps that otherwise I probably wouldn't have been able to do. I am going to also have an address soon, a P.O. box, that you will be able to purchase car soaps and send them in for me to test that we haven't done before. I know there's been a lot of interest in people wanting to test McGuire's Pink car soap that has come out that's, I guess, at Costco. But anyway, hopefully I'll have that up and I will let you guys know when that is. Also, I am going to have a review, and at the very end of the Amazon Soap Fest, there's about 10 more soaps for me to do that I haven't even reviewed yet, and I'm about 5 soaps ahead, so there's another 15 reviews or so coming after this one total. And then when we wrap it up, I'll have a final video like I did in the Walmart Clean series, and I'll rank all the soaps. And this time, hopefully, I'll have a spreadsheet maybe and upload it someplace where you guys can, if you want to, download it and print it out for your, for your garage or whatever. Anyway, enough talking. Let's go outside and see what the Griots Super Concentrated Car Wash can do. Some bug guts. It's been through a couple rainstorms. All right, I've got 2 ounces of our Griots, 10 ounces of warm water. Let's see how this foams. All right, initially the foam goes on fairly thick. There, if you can see, this is what I call a two-layer foam. You'll see that there's a base layer that's not moving. Hopefully the camera's picking this up. And then a thinner layer that's more watery on the outside. It's got super fine cell bubbles mixed in with some medium ones. I really don't note a lot of slickness in the foam itself. But it is quite odd how the foam lays on the car. All right, so we're gonna let this dwell for 6 minutes. We'll come back. We'll see how much of the Griots foam is left. Then we'll see if it removed the non-bonded contaminants, and also if it did any degradation or harm to our Adams liquid paint sealant. Okay, here we are 6 minutes later, and I'm going to estimate that there's about 70%, 60 to 70% left on the hood, windshield, and top, and about 20% left on the side. So we're going to go ahead and take our pressure washer and rinse this off and see what the Griots can do on the Honda. All right, it looks like the Griots is pH balanced. It did not hurt the Adams paint sealant at all. You can see the water is still beating nicely. It did a pretty good job on the non-bonded contaminants. All right, so I think as a foam, I can give the Griots an 8. It does a very good job, does a nice job. There's nothing exceptional about it, but it removed the bonded contaminants, number one. It didn't harm the protection that was on the car. And of course, it's not designed to remove bonded contaminants. So, you know, we don't expect it to do that being a pH balanced car soap, but it does a nice job. So we're going to give this an 8 as a foam. And next we're going to set the bucket up for the hand wash. We're going to see what kind of foamage we get out of that, and then we'll see how it performs as a hand wash on the Honda. Okay, so let's go ahead and test the Griots in our hand bucket here. I've got 3 gallons of water, and the dilution ratio, as we learned already at the intro, is a 1/2 ounce per gallon. So I'm going to be putting 1.5 ounces in the shot glass. This is it's kind of a weird color. It's almost like an amber. It looks red in the bottle, but it's more kind of an amber color. The product is very viscous, and it has I'm going to say baby shampoo scent to it. And there's a 1/2. And as we've learned before from our other car soaps, the viscous mediums are going to sit on the bottom and as kind of in a ribbon until we agitate it with our pressure washer. Just to let you guys know, I had one person actually comment about that their shot glass, 1 ounce, was only half. This is not really a shot glass. I call it a shot glass. It's basically just a 1 ounce measurement cup. I'll put the link in Amazon if I can find it. I believe that's where I got it from. It's got it in ounces, it's got it in milliliters, it's got it in teaspoons, tablespoons. This is a very, very good glass to use if you want to measure anything that's an ounce or less. And you know, I call it a shot glass, but it's really not. Shot glasses are bigger. Let me go ahead and agitate this with a pressure washer. Okay, so we have a pretty large cell structure combined with some medium cells. The foam is starting to break up pretty rapidly. As far as lubrication, barely any in here. So if I just stuck my hand in here and thought it was water, it would be just slightly better. So we're going to go ahead and get our 4 wash mitts. We'll get everything set up and we'll do a hand wash on the Honda and see how well the Griots can perform in that situation. Hey guys, so let me go ahead and give you my final thoughts on the Griots super concentrated car wash. You know, when we started the bucket test, and every time I test the lubrication of it, it was on the low end of the scale. I kind of was thinking in my mind that it was going to end up being I don't know, around a 5 or 6. Gosh, this car soap, it did really well. I'm gonna have to give it an 8 as a hand wash, and let me explain why. When I start at the front of the panel, let's say that the mitt has 6 ounces of water and soap solution in it, and as we move to the end of the panel, there may be only, you know, 1.5 to 2 ounces left, which when I talk about car soap durability, that's one of the things that we look at. If the soap typically has a lot of lubrication, even though there's less water migrating out of the mitt onto the car, it still gives the illusion of that it's still trying to wash the surface as you're gliding the mitt across. And to be honest, the mitt had the same glide effect at the beginning when the mitt was full of the car wash solution, and then at the end when I was getting ready to flip the mitt over. I'm very surprised. This soap, even the foam, surprised me. So I will definitely use this car soap again. I think it's a solid 8 on both the foam and the hand wash, and I'm going to put a link in the description below if you guys would like to try it out for yourself. I'm definitely going to use this again. If you guys have any questions, any comments, if you have used this Griots before and had different results than I did, then please go ahead and post those comments. If you haven't subscribed, I would encourage you to do so. Leave a thumbs up, and I will see you guys on the next video.